You know that old saying, knowledge is power? We hear it all the time, right? But what if it's not just wrong? What if, in our modern world, it's actually a dangerous lie? What if the very thing we think empowers us is actually a trap? Something that leaves us more confused, more vulnerable than ever before. Okay, we need to get into this because the answer is probably not what you're thinking. So, first things first, we've got to tackle this huge illusion we're all living in. The idea that we're surrounded by knowledge. We confuse having access to something with actually owning it. I mean, think about it. Having a library card doesn't make you a genius, right? And having a search engine doesn't make you truly knowledgeable. What we're actually swimming in, what we're drowning in, isn't knowledge. It's something much, much rawer.
To really see this clearly, we need a kind of framework. Let's call it the ladder of understanding. And it shows the really crucial steps that most of us are skipping in our rush to get answers.
So at the very bottom, you've got data. These are just raw facts and figures, totally disconnected. Now, if you organize that data, you get information. And honestly, this is where most of us stop. A news headline, a tweet, a random fact. That's all just information. To get to the next level, to knowledge, you have to do the hard work of internalizing it. And then, at the very top, you have wisdom, which is really about knowing how and when to apply everything you know.
And this right here, this is the core idea. Knowledge is not something you find out there. It's something you build in here. It's a personal thing. It's what happens when you take that raw information and you wrestle with it, you question it, and you connect it to all the other stuff you know until it becomes a real part of how you see the world.
Which brings us to this central danger of our world today. We've kind of stopped building our own knowledge. Instead, we've just started consuming ready-made ideas.
We are constantly just gorging ourselves on these disconnected facts, hot takes, viral clips. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet where the food has no nutritional value. You just stuff yourself until you feel sick. It might feel like you're learning, but you're really just consuming.
And this leads to a condition you can really only describe as brain rot. You know that feeling? That mental indigestion where your head is so full of conflicting, half-baked ideas that you just can't think clearly anymore. Think about any big news story. You see one headline saying it's a disaster, a viral clip making it look like a victory, and a dozen different experts all yelling over each other. That confusion, that's brain rot.
So, the crucial point is this. When we don't take the time to actually forge our own chains of thought, connecting one idea to the next in a way that truly makes sense to us, we leave a vacuum. And you better believe someone else is more than happy to step in and just hand us their chains, telling us exactly what to think and how to feel.
I mean, this really shows the two paths perfectly. On one side, you have the passive consumer. Their mind is just this patchwork of borrowed ideas. It's fragile, it's easily manipulated. But on the other side, you've got the active thinker. They're building a coherent, resilient worldview, one solid piece at a time.
But let's be totally honest. If generating your own knowledge is so great, why doesn't everybody do it? Well, because climbing that ladder, it has a real cost.
Have you ever learned something that just made you feel deeply uncomfortable? I mean, something that really forced you to question everything you thought you knew? That discomfort, well, that's the price of admission to real understanding.
See, true knowledge comes with some heavy baggage. Once you know something, you feel an obligation to act on it. It forces you to live with uncertainty. It can bring this deep sadness when you see the world for what it really is. And yeah, it can be lonely. You're basically trading simple comfort for a much, much more complicated reality.
But here's the thing. This pain isn't pointless. It's the pain of growth. It's like a caterpillar in its chrysalis. It literally dissolves into a goopy mess before it can reform itself into a butterfly. That messy, painful process, that's what real learning feels like. It's a total transformation. So where does all this leave us? Are we just trapped between a comfy ignorance and a painful knowledge? Not exactly. The final choice isn't really between pain and comfort. It's between anesthesia and true peace. You see, ignorance isn't really bliss. It's anesthesia. It numbs you to all the sharp edges of reality, which, yeah, can feel good for a little while, but it leaves you completely unprepared for when life inevitably hits you hard. True knowledge, on the other hand, puts you in a state of readiness. It lets you face the world as it is, and that is the only place you can find genuine peace. And what's wild is that in some languages, the root of the word for this deep peace, huzur, is the exact same as the root for the word ready. So true peace isn't about having no problems. It's about being fundamentally ready for whatever life throws at you, the good, the bad, all of it. And only genuine self-built knowledge can ever make you ready.
All right, let's bring it all home. After everything we've looked at, let's go back to that original question. Is knowledge power?
And the answer after all of this is yes, absolutely, 100%, but not in the way we've been told.
Because here's the catch. This is the single most important detail. The power doesn't come from the information you consume. It comes from the sturdy, resilient understanding you build inside your own head. It's not about what you know. It's about who you become in the process of knowing.
So the next time you're scrolling, the next time you see a headline, just ask yourself, am I consuming information or am I building knowledge? Because in a world that is drowning in answers, the real power, that comes from asking the right questions.